Are you tired of guessing whether a woman likes you or not? Do you find it frustrating trying to figure out if she's genuinely interested in you or simply being polite and friendly? You're not alone. Many men struggle with reading women's signals, and it often feels like deciphering a mystery. Women can be incredibly subtle when it comes to showing attraction, and sometimes they go out of their way to hide their feelings, either out of fear, uncertainty, or even as a test. But the good news is, human behavior leaves clues, and according to behavioral science, even when a woman is hiding her attraction, her body language, tone of voice, and small, seemingly insignificant actions can betray her true feelings. These signs, if you know what to look for, can help you figure out whether she's into you or just being friendly. By the end of this video, you'll have a much clearer understanding of the subtle yet powerful cues women give when they're attracted to someone. Not only will you learn how to identify these signals, but you'll also develop the confidence to decode any woman's behavior, giving you an edge in knowing where you stand with her. So sit back, relax, and make sure to watch all the way through, because this information could be a game changer in your dating life. Let's dive in. Number 12. She smiles when she sees you. A woman's smile is often considered one of her most powerful and telling gestures when it comes to attraction. It can light up a room, make someone feel at ease, and convey a message without a single word being spoken. If you notice that she smiles whenever she sees you, especially in situations where it seems spontaneous or unprovoked, it could be a strong indication that she likes you, but is holding back from making her feelings too obvious. Often, people smile as a way of signaling friendliness and approachability, particularly when they are interested in someone they perceive to be out of their league. In this case, she may be hoping that her smile will encourage you to make the first move, allowing her to maintain some sense of mystery or modesty. However, it's important to consider that not every smile necessarily means romantic interest. A woman might smile simply because she enjoys your company, appreciates your sense of humor, or feels genuinely happy in your presence. Some people are naturally more cheerful and tend to smile frequently as part of their personality. But if you observe that her smile appears more frequently around you than with others, or if it's coupled with other signs of interest like lingering eye contact or body language that draws her closer to you, then there's a strong chance she's sending a signal of attraction. In any case, paying attention to how often and in what context she smiles that you can provide valuable insight into her feelings. If those smiles are consistent, warm, and happen frequently in your interactions, it's likely that she's interested in more than just casual friendship. Keep an eye out for the subtleties, as her smile may just be the key to understanding her true feelings. Number 11. Running fingers through her hair. This is a common body language cue that women use to show interest in someone, but they may not want to be too obvious about it. When a woman is attracted to you, subtle signals like playing with her hair can be telling. If you see her constantly twirling, adjusting, or touching her hair while speaking to you, it's a classic sign of nervous energy or flirtation. This action is often subconscious, a way to draw attention to her femininity or to express attraction without coming off as too direct. Another subtle yet powerful sign of interest is when a woman mirrors your body language. This is a psychological behavior known as mimicking, which people do when they feel comfortable or connected with someone. If you're leaning in and she does the same, if you shift your posture and she adjusts similarly, it's a sign that she's unconsciously synchronizing with your movements. This body language mirroring indicates that she's attuned to you and interested in what you're saying or doing. It's a form of nonverbal communication that signals mutual connection. Beyond body language, tone of voice can be another strong indicator of attraction. When someone is drawn to another person, their voice often becomes softer, warmer, and more melodic. This change in tone is usually subconscious, almost like an effort to sound more soothing and inviting. If you find that a woman's voice becomes gentler when she's speaking to you, it's often a sign that she's comfortable around you and potentially attracted. On the flip side, if she maintains a professional or distant tone, it might suggest that she's trying to keep things neutral. Paying attention to these subtle cues, whether it's the way she touches her hair, mimics your body language, or softens her voice, can give you valuable insight into her feelings and whether she's trying to express her interest without making it overt. While none of these signs alone guarantees romantic interest, together they form a clearer picture of attraction that might just be worth pursuing. Number 10. Exposing her neck. This one might sound a bit unusual, but exposing her neck is actually a strong, subconscious sign that a woman is interested in you. The neck is one of the most vulnerable areas of the body, and when a woman exposes it, whether by tilting her head, wearing open-necked clothing, or casually letting her hair down, it can be a subtle yet powerful signal of attraction. By doing so, she's not only showcasing vulnerability, but also conveying trust and comfort around you. Tilting the head slightly to the side is often done instinctively when someone is engaged in a conversation with someone they like. It draws attention to the neck, which in body language symbolizes openness and intimacy. When a woman wears open-necked clothing or exposes her collarbone in your presence, this gesture can be a subtle way of making herself more inviting, without coming off as too forward. It's as if she's creating an invisible bridge between you, indicating that she's open to getting closer. This form of body language is highly effective because it's not overt, and often women may not even realize they're doing it. It's one of those delicate gestures that's easy to miss if you're not paying attention. However, when combined with other signs, like maintaining eye contact, smiling, or engaging in more inviting body language, it can be a clear indicator of interest. So, while it may seem like a small detail, noticing when a woman exposes her neck around you can give you key insight into how comfortable and attracted she feels in your presence. This gesture, rooted in evolutionary biology, is a timeless form of nonverbal communication, allowing women to express their interest in a subtle yet effective manner. Number 9. Shooting short glances your way. When a woman is trying to be discreet about her feelings for you, she might shoot you subtle glances now and then as a way of gauging your interest and testing the waters. These fleeting looks serve as small, yet telling, gestures to see how you react when your eyes meet. For many women, holding prolonged eye contact can feel intimidating or vulnerable, particularly when they are attracted to someone. As a result, they may look at you briefly and then quickly avert their gaze, creating a playful back-and-forth dynamic that hints at their interest. This pattern of quick glances, followed by looking away, is often a subconscious defense mechanism. It allows her to protect her feelings while still signaling her attraction. If she catches you looking back but immediately turns away, it's likely because she's feeling shy or unsure of how you'll respond. But make no mistake, if these glances happen frequently, especially when you aren't directly interacting, it's a strong indicator that she's intrigued by you, even if she's trying to keep her feelings under wraps. Women might use this tactic to maintain a level of mystery or to avoid being too forward. It's a way for her to communicate without words, testing whether or not you're paying attention to her subtle cues. If you notice this behavior, take it as an opportunity to engage with her in a gentle, non-pressuring way. A simple smile when your eyes meet or a kind gesture can encourage her to feel more comfortable in showing her interest more openly. In some cases, this glancing behavior can be a sign that she's trying to work up the courage to talk to you, and your positive reaction may be the encouragement she needs to make the next move. So, if you find yourself on the receiving end of these little glances and her gaze darts away as soon as your eyes meet, know that there's a good chance she's drawn to you but is attempting to keep her feelings under the radar. Number 8. Licking her lips. According to body language experts, one subtle but telling sign that a woman may be attracted to you, despite trying not to show it, is when she frequently licks her lips around you. This seemingly small gesture often serves two purposes: to physically moisten the lips and, on a deeper, subconscious level, to signal interest. Lip licking can be an involuntary reaction when someone is feeling nervous, excited, or attracted, and it can happen more frequently when she's in the presence of someone she finds appealing. If you notice that she tends to lick her lips more than usual when you're around, this could be her body's way of sending out a subtle yet powerful signal of attraction. It might not be an overt sign, but paired with other subtle cues, it can reveal that she's drawn to you, even if she's trying to keep it under wraps. Keep in mind, this gesture might also occur when a woman is simply nervous or trying to make a good impression. However, if this lip licking is paired with other signs of interest, such as maintaining eye contact, playful body language, or smiling frequently in your presence, then it's a strong indicator that she might be feeling something more than just casual friendliness. Her lips can be seen as a focal point of attraction, and when she licks them, it could be her way of drawing attention to them, inviting you to notice her in a subtle, nonverbal way. So, if you catch her doing this often when she's around you, take it as a potential sign that there may be more beneath the surface than she's letting on. Number 7. She's clearly nervous around you. How can you tell if she's nervous around you? Well, it's usually not hard to spot once you know what to look for. Nervousness can manifest in various subtle and not-so-subtle ways, and these behaviors often reveal a lot about how someone feels, even when they're trying to keep their emotions under wraps. Some of the most common signs of nervousness include physical cues like profuse sweating, stuttering, fidgeting, or even trembling hands. For example, if you notice her hands shaking slightly when she's talking to you or hear a slight tremor in her voice, it could be because she's feeling nervous around you. Perhaps because she likes you but isn't ready to let those feelings show. In situations like this, it's common for nervousness to ease as the conversation progresses, and as she becomes more comfortable with your presence. As time goes on, her feelings might start to show more clearly through her body language or how she interacts with you. However, some women may take a different approach and become more defensive or critical to cover up their emotions. This can be an attempt to create distance or to avoid revealing their true feelings. For instance, if you notice that she's being more critical or nitpicky than usual, pointing out small flaws or disagreeing with you frequently, this could be a defense mechanism to distract from her own feelings of attraction. In such cases, it's important to pay attention to how these actions contrast with her usual behavior. If her defensiveness seems out of character or inconsistent with how she usually interacts with you, there's a strong possibility that it's her way of managing the nervousness she feels because of her attraction. Overall, nervousness around you is often a sign that she cares about how you perceive her. Whether it shows through shaky hands or a critical comment, these little tells can give away emotions she may be trying hard to hide. Number 6. Inviting body language. There are 2 types of body language when it comes to flirting: inviting and defensive. Inviting body language includes gestures like leaning in, uncrossing her arms, or pointing her feet towards you. For example, if she's leaning in when talking to you or has her arms open, it could be because she's interested in what you have to say. By engaging in inviting body language, she's unconsciously trying to show that she likes you and is open to getting closer. On the other hand, if her arms are crossed or she's pointing her feet away from you, it could be a sign that she's not interested and is trying to keep her distance. Number 5. She remembers the smallest details. This is a big one. Have you ever noticed that she remembers the smallest details about you? If so, it means that she's paying more attention to you than necessary and is likely interested in getting to know you better. Women tend to pay a lot of attention to detail when they are attracted to someone. For example, if she remembers something you mentioned weeks ago or pays attention to your preferences, it could be because she's trying to find ways to connect with you. Things like remembering your favorite food, type of music, or kind of jokes you like are all signs that she's interested in getting to know the real you. Number 4. She chooses to sit near you. This one should be obvious, but unfortunately, it's often overlooked. If you notice that she always chooses to sit near you, whether it be at work, school, or social events, it could be because she wants to be close to you. It doesn't necessarily mean that she likes you, but if this kind of behavior continues on a regular basis, then there's a good chance that she's interested in you. Sitting near you is a subtle way to show her interest in you without having to make it too obvious. Number 3. She gives you lots of indirect compliments. What does it mean to give someone an indirect compliment? Essentially, it refers to a way of expressing admiration or appreciation for someone without explicitly stating romantic interest. It's a subtle form of communication that allows a person to convey positive feelings while maintaining a degree of emotional distance. For instance, If she tells you that she admires your work ethic or praises your style of dress, these remarks can be interpreted as indirect compliments. Such comments indicate that she recognizes and appreciates qualities in you, suggesting she may have deeper feelings, but isn't ready to reveal them outright. Indirect compliments can be somewhat elusive and may go unnoticed if you're not paying close attention. They often come in the form of casual comments that seem innocent on the surface, but carry a deeper meaning. For example, she might say, "You always seem to know how to handle challenging situations," which not only compliments your abilities but also subtly hints at her admiration. By observing these nuanced interactions, you can gain valuable insight into how she truly feels about you. So, the next time she offers a compliment that feels indirect, take a moment to consider its implications. It might reveal more than she intends. Number 2, she tries to get your attention. Let's say you're at work, school, or a social gathering, and you start to notice that she's consistently trying to get your attention. This behavior could manifest in several ways, from making herself the center of attention with funny remarks and jokes to sharing stories about her recent experiences. Her goal is likely to capture your interest and subtly communicate her feelings without making it too obvious. When someone goes out of their way to spark your attention, it's often a sign of underlying attraction. Pay close attention to the topics she brings up in conversation. She may intentionally steer the discussion towards subjects she knows you're passionate about to engage you more deeply. You might also find that your interactions with her feel a bit prolonged, as if she's looking for reasons to keep the conversation going. All of these gestures are subconscious attempts to get closer to you and signal her interest without directly revealing her emotions. If this behavior is happening frequently, it's a strong indicator that she's trying to communicate her feelings in a subtle yet meaningful way. Number 1, she makes an effort to look good for you. For most women, looking good is a natural part of their everyday routine. But when you notice that she's putting in extra effort when she knows she'll be seeing you, it could be a subtle sign that she's interested in you. These small changes in her appearance might not be obvious to everyone, but if you pay close attention, you will notice that she's going out of her way to present herself in a way she thinks you'll appreciate. For example, she might wear more flattering or fashionable outfits, put on more makeup than usual, or change her hairstyle to something a bit more striking. These seemingly minor adjustments could be her way of showing that she values your opinion and wants to catch your attention. What makes this behavior even more telling is when you notice a stark difference between how she looks when you're around and when you're not. If she's more casual or relaxed in her appearance when you're not present but steps it up when you're together, it's likely because she's consciously or subconsciously trying to impress you. This effort could be a nonverbal way of expressing her attraction without needing to say it outright. Moreover, beyond just physical appearance, she might also be more mindful of her demeanor around you, showing more enthusiasm, being extra cheerful, or trying to present herself in the best light possible. All these subtle cues are ways she can show she cares about how you see her and wants to appear more attractive in your eyes. These gestures may be her way of sending out signals that she's interested, while keeping things understated and avoiding putting herself in a vulnerable position by openly declaring her feelings. So, if you observe these extra efforts consistently, it's a good sign that she values your attention and could be interested in getting closer to you. There you have it. 12 science-backed signs that suggest a woman might be interested in you, but is trying not to show it. Now that you're aware of these subtle cues, it's time to start paying closer attention to how she acts when she's around you. Watch for these signs in her body language, the way she interacts with you, and how she responds to your presence. These signals can offer valuable insight into her true feelings, even if she's trying to keep them hidden. If you notice that she's exhibiting many of these behaviors, don't be afraid to take the plunge and see where things might go. Confidence is key, and if she's truly interested, she'll likely appreciate your initiative. Remember, the worst outcome is a no, but even then, at least you'll have clarity and won't be left wondering. On the other hand, if she's giving you these signs, there's a good chance she'll be open to taking things further. So trust the science, read the signals, and don't hesitate to act when the time feels right. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you won't miss any future content. Thank you for being part of our community, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.